In my previous conversation, I started giving suggestions that would help you in building friendship in marriage. Now, this conversation was triggered by the fact that a young woman told me that she wasn't friends with her husband, and she really wanted to be friends with her husband because she found out that her husband had a best friend that was a female, and she was sure that her husband was not sexually involved with this lady, but she could not see why my husband preferred to confide in this woman, talk with her, get counsel from her, and here I am just being his wife. And we talked about some of these things that I'm sharing. And we've talked about the fact that it is advisable for couple to practice open communication by active listening and by sharing your thoughts and the things that run through your mind, so your partner knows what has gone on with you during the day. We also talked about the fact that partners should have shared interests. You don't even have to have common hobbies, but if you do, that is also fantastic. And we have talked about quality time spent together, how it can help the relationship. Number three, there has to be support and encouragement. Friends support each other. Friends encourage each other. Emotional support is key in every marriage. Just be there for your spouse. Be there. Not just in tough times, but at all times. Not just in good times, but at all times. Be there for your spouse. It is not when the going is good and you're there, and then when the going is rough, then you are not there. Offer comfort, offer understanding, offer a listening ear. When they tell you what they're going through at work and in their place, in their business, just be there for them. You may not have all the solution, but knowing that there is someone who is going through the situation with me is enough to give comfort, strength, and encouragement to move on. In offering support and encouragement, spouses must celebrate each other's success. Celebrate your husband's success. Celebrate your wife's success. Don't just ignore the milestones that they are achieving. Acknowledge that they are doing well and celebrate each other's achievement, no matter how small. They don't have to get a promotion at work before you begin to clap for them, hail them, encourage them, no matter how small, even if it's something that has to do with your attitude. Oh, I noticed that you slept early today, or I noticed that you slept early yesterday. That's very good. Notice what they're doing. When spouse feels that their partner notice how they are improving, it helps to build friendship. You don't want to wait for your partner to get to work, to get out there, and someone else notice the little changes that they are making. For instance, if your partner is on a weight loss program and you're beginning to see the difference in their looks, in their attitude, by all means, celebrate it, because they're going to go out there and the people are going to shower them with praises, with encouragement, and you are here not doing what you should be doing. Number four, show respect and appreciation. Show it. It is not just a man who needs respect. A woman also needs respect. So respect in marriage is mutual. Show respect to your husband, show respect to your wife, show respect to each other's opinion, show respect to even boundaries, show respect to individuality. Now, just because he's your husband, he's your wife, doesn't mean that you should take each other for granted. Now, as a marriage counselor, again, I often experience husbands taking their wives for granted and wives taking their husband for granted. No, you don't do that. The fact that you're married means that there must still be mutual respect. Even when you disagree, you must handle it with care and respect. You don't have to like your spouse's opinion about something. You don't have to like their suggestion, but that does not mean that you should bring them down because you don't like what they're talking about. Now, in showing respect and appreciation, express gratitude. Just because she's your wife doesn't mean she's your maid, or just because he's your husband doesn't mean he's your houseboy, he's your servant. express gratitude and do it regularly. There is nothing wrong in saying thank you for the meal, I enjoyed. And again, as a marital counselor, I often get couples who think that, well, when I give you, when during intimacy, why should I show appreciation? I had a good sex. By all means, tell your partner, I had a good sex, thank you, and I appreciate it. Gratitude has a way it spices up your marriage, and don't just leave it to say that's supposed to be your duty. When you do that, you are going to make the partner lose the enthusiasm to want to do more for you. So, and gratitude fosters positive and loving atmosphere. No matter how little, show the respect. Even if it's just a chocolate bar you get, be grateful for it. Number 5, trust and honesty. Trust and honesty are very key in building friendship in marriage. I would always say that there is no love in marriage where there is no trust. You can't claim to love a person you don't trust. So trust and honesty is key. If you are shady about your responses, about your action, you will allow your partner begin to think that there is something that you are hiding. So build trust. When you build trust, you become reliable and you will show consistency in your action. You can't say, I'm going to Lagos when you are going to Abuja. If something happens and you're found in Abuja, your spouse will never be able to trust you anymore. Be reliable. Be consistent with your words. Be consistent with your action. However, trust is built over time. If you are just learning to build trust in your relationship, your spouse needs to be patient, and you also need to be patient with yourself, especially if trust had been broken before. Let us say in a case of infidelity, so your partner found out that you were cheating and they forgive you. When that happens, your partner is not going to begin to trust you automatically. Just because someone has forgiven you doesn't mean that they trust you. But because they are married to you, they may want to give you another chance. And when they are doing that, trust does not come automatically. It will be built over time through honesty and integrity, because your spouse is going to be checking if you have truly changed or if you were just making it up. Now, if you have truly changed and you want to make the marriage work, what you are going to be doing is to ensure that the things that led to infidelity, you have taken them away. That kind of friendship, you're not keeping them, because your partner is going to be looking out if you are really worthy of that trust. I'll be talking about the rest of the suggestion on building friendship in marriage in the next video.